once again, welcome along to another of the episodes of Speedway Gladiators, the program that looks at Speedway, particularly the Robertson Prestige International Speedway in Palmerston North. We look at the last meeting of December. We had the midgets here, that man Mr. Pickens was here. We also did the Manawatu Sidecar Champs and all sorts of other things. The mini sprints packed on a great performance as well. Mr. Pickens was here in the CRC car. Was he going to succeed? We had the two Americans here as well. No doubt at all about the power of that Mr. Pickens. He was out in front and he took the final. Let's have a look at some of the racing.
Michael Pickens is going to start from outside the front row. Michael, it's been a hard night out there by the looks of things, but you're starting off the front, mate. She's clear track ahead, hammer down.
Yeah, sure is. 25 laps, so got to actually get all the lap traffic pretty quick, I imagine. So we've just got to get through that nice and tidy and be there at the end.
Beauty, mate. Those American boys are behind you. That's probably going to be the key. Obviously, you have Buddy finishing ahead the last couple. It'd be nice to get one on him.
Yeah, sure would. Those guys, you know, they're the best in the world. They don't make any mistakes, so we just got to do a good job and not mess up, and we'll be there at the end.
Buddy, you're looking to make it a hat trick of feature victories, mate. But she's going to be a tough one from P6.
Yeah, and I think we can do it. Just had to work on the car a little bit more today and just get a little bit more comfortable for, what our car is and package and what the track begs and probably kind of my comfortability, I guess. So, but yeah, I think we have a very capable car, and the crew's doing a really good job, and I just got to do my part now, and I think we'll be good.
Beauty, mate. Hey, all the best. Hopefully you can push Michael once again, and we can see a great race between you two, and obviously Teamy is up there as well.
Yeah, hopefully we can put on a good race for everyone, and hopefully we can make a little charge up there and hopefully try and do a three-peat.
Starting from P3, Thomas Meserole, you enjoying this place, man? You're loving it out there?
Yeah, we're having a good run, and they run the program real fast, so I'm pretty hot and ready to have a drink of soda, but I'm ready to go.
I'll turn the fridge on. We'll put a cold one in there for you after, eh?
Yeah, get me one of those LMPs. Those are pretty good.
I'm sure you can find something a bit stronger than that, yeah?
I got a race.
As we come around to the starters, we get the green. We're underway. Jordan McDonnell gets a great run on the inside, but Pickens looks like he's got a better one on the outside. Teamies to the inside into second. Pickens takes the lead. Thomas Meserole into second. McDonnell drops back into third. Here comes Campbell Stewart though as well. The 21M up the inside into third, and Fabish is going to try as well. The 95K Farmland Supplies looks to the inside of the 34A machine down the back straight away. McDonnell holds him. Fabish still in fifth. Travis Buckley's in there as well. Here comes Buddy Kofoid. Kofoid gets a 2-for-1 special out of 4. He takes Fabish and McDonnell as well. It's Michael Pickens out in front ahead of Campbell Stewart. Buddy Kofoid now chasing Stewart down. Meserole's dropped back to fourth. Then we go back to Fabish. Travis Buckley, McDonnell, he lifted it, he got it back down to the ground. Pickens starting to check away here. Buddy Kofoid now to the inside of Campbell Stewart, gets the job done. The two USA up into second. Now he'll go and Hunter Pickens, and he's got plenty of time to do it. Meserole's back in fourth still. Fabish in fifth. Fastest man on track currently is Buddy Kofoid. The two USA. And we've lost Ben Hoos to the infield. The 74's gone. Pickens, 1NZ running mid-track, as is Kofoid. Same with Stewart and Meserole. Meserole catching Stewart faster on the last two laps. His team is, then the 21M. Still a fair gap back to Fabish. McDonnell over Buckley. Basila, Jordan Russ, and Glenn Hoos, your top 10. As Pickens is making his way into lap traffic now. Up the inside of Brent Curran in the rotor. We've got another one on the infield there. Is that still Hoos circulating? Well and truly spread out now. Although some battles for the minors. Jordan Russ looking to the inside of Jaden Basila. Pickens leads us with 10 to go. The 1NZ, we got one in the wall. Running high, and it's Campbell Stewart, the 21. This is going to bring a caution on. And we get the green. They'll light it up. This time, Pickens still gets the jump. Kofoid looks back to the bottom. Team is up the inside of Fabish. Holding on for third. Here comes Kofoid. Slider up the inside, and Kofoid, he's got the pace down the back straight away. Pickens back into second. Buddy Kofoid from P6 has found his way to the front. Pickens slots back to second. Team is in third. Then we go back to Mitch Fabish. He's got the jump over Travis Buckley. Alec Inslee's brought himself back into the game here, up in the sixth spot. Started down in P16. Pickens is going to have to go and chase. Team Ears has got a nice comfortable gap back to Fabish. Travis Buckley in behind the 95k, then the 71 of Alec Inslee, Jaden Basila. Oh, Team Ears is retired. And we go yellow, one in the wall, down the far end. Looks like Tyler Robbins. And we get the green this time round. Pickens is away and laughing. Buckley trying to get up the inside of Kofoid himself over the pole there. Kofoid to the high line. Fabish is holding on to second. Pickens is off and away. This is going to make it hard for Kofoid to chase down Pickens if he can get by Buckley, which he does. Now we'll look for a move on Fabish. Oh, slingshot engaged. Here comes Buddy Kofoid.
He's in.
Great manoeuvre there from the 2 USA. Michael Pickens, 2 to go. Buddy Kofoid well behind, and they're running pretty similar lap times, both 15.9s. He'll get the white flag, 1 to go for Michael Pickens. He's holding on to it, the 1NZ. Buddy Kofoid in second. Can Fabish hold on to third? Michael Pickens, the 10-time New Zealand Midget champion, he gets one over Buddy Kofoid. Finally takes the feature win here at Palmerston North. Kofoid in second, and Mitch Fabish backs up his Bay Park third with the Palmerston North third.
Manawatu Sidecar Champs were on at the last meeting. Let's have a look at the feature race.
Take 2. Well, looked like a good start from the 3NZ, but again, it's the 97 that gets out in front. Mike Zahn, Ben Franklin, and they've got a great lead already. Bowler and Plummer, they've slotted into that second spot, and here comes Wayne and Max on the 89. Once again, the first round heat winners, sitting in that 1, 2, 3 spot, the 3NZ. They're back in the third spot, or fourth spot, looking to make it third round the outside of the 89. Can't do so. 7P tailing the field. Mike Zahn, Ben Franklin, way out in front. 27, Craig Bowler and Plummer, they've got second. Here comes the 3NZ underneath. Oh no, Wayne and Max have got it back. Wayne and Max slot back into third spot as the 3NZ just collected it. White flag, 1 to go though for Mike Zahn, Ben Franklin. 27 of Craig Bowler and Plummer holding on to that second spot. Wayne and Max led in third. And now the 7 bikes joined in on the party. Problems for the 3NZ. The 3NZ off, but they're out in front. They're way too good. Shut the door. Mike and Ben, they've taken it 4 from 4 tonight to take back-to-back Manawatu championships. The 97 bike is back on top. The Stinger is back on top. 3-time champions for this combo. 4 in total for Mike and Ben. They were unlucky at the Robin Pratt. That went the way of the 3NZ bike, who pulled off with some problems. But Manawatu champions yet again. Mike Zahn, Ben Franklin on the 97 bike. Give them a massive round of applause. 4 from 4 tonight.
We managed to catch up with the Manawatu Sidecar podium at the end of the meeting to find out how they enjoyed the track and how they enjoyed the racing. Big night tonight at the Robertson Prestige International Speedway. It was the Manawatu Sidecar Champs, and a man who's done it before. Not boring, because it's so exciting to see these guys running out on the side chairs, and it is of course Mike Zahn and Ben Franklin. Mike, you've done it before, but it's never easy.
No, it's not easy, but I I think probably the more you race, the more nervous you get. Really, you really want the titles, but that's not always how it works. It's it takes a lot of preparation and a good team and good package, and everything has to click.
I noticed that the first thing is to get out in front quick.
Exactly. Yep. That's all part of it. The gating is probably 80% of your race. It certainly makes it easier, and Benny gets us out the start pretty good now. So. Things are going good.
So how many times is this? 4?
That's 5 for myself, 3 with Ben, and Ben's 4 now. So
4 now.
I think Ben won with Paul Humphrey back in the day, and I won one with Sam Ludlow and Jason McKinley.
So how was the track?
Yeah, really good tonight. It was a bit patchy where the cars hadn't been running. We were first out before the start of the meeting, and it was a little bit patchy, but you're right to the conditions, and everybody did. There was only one little tip-up handbag, had a bit of a malfunction on the throttle, so nothing to do, no fault of their own, but it was pretty much the only incident, and it was a good night's racing.
Well, the Manawatu Champs is always something worthwhile to hang on to, but around the corner, North Islands and New Zealand.
Yep, North Islands and New Zealand's, and we probably still got a few other fast guys to turn up. They only accepted 15 bikes for the Manawatus, and it's always like that, that's why we contracted here. I live in the Bay, Hawke's Bay, and I contracted back in probably 2005 because of the amount of bikes that they actually had here, and you couldn't get into race, so you had to contract here to be able to race the best, because this is where the best in the business race, so that's what we did.
Well, Ben, you're an important part of it as a swinger. Some would say that probably the most important part, but I know it's only part. How did you find the track, and did you find your job reasonably okay tonight?
Yeah, no, the track was pretty good. It's been good all year, I reckon. Bit slippery in one spot, a couple spots, and then in one race it was just real slippery. But it's just like Mike says, just ride to the conditions and get away with it.
So, in your position as a swinger, how much control or how much don't you have or do you have?
I have a fair bit of control. Mike can feel what I'm doing on the back, If the bike's going to get too sideways, I just get back and give it drive. And so I'd probably have 50-50 probably. Yep.
So you know exactly what you meant to be doing. Is there any communication? There wouldn't be, wouldn't it, to hear each other?
No communication, but we've gelled real well. Yeah. Since we've been riding together. Yeah. I know what he's up to, he knows what I'm up to, and it makes a good team.
So the North Islands and New Zealand's are on the way. What's your feelings about that?
I think we have a good chance, but you just can't count the chickens till they hatch, eh? So
it's a fast bike.
It is a fast bike. Yep, Mike builds a bike. He's got a couple of bikes there, and he builds a good bike.
And the thing is that with the gating, as Mike said, it's the most important part of the race. You've got to get a good start, get out in front, and before you get to the first corner, you've got to have some clearance, you've got to have some distance, and that's ideal, right?
Yep, yeah. The start is the one. Yep. If we get the good start, we're away, I reckon.
You're away. Well, Mike and Ben, congratulations on being the Manawatu Sidecar Champs for this year. You've done it before. Wish you all the best for the North Islands and, of course, the New Zealands.
Thank you.
And with a bit of luck, we'll be talking here again in the next couple of weeks or 3 weeks or whatever time it's going to be. We might even do it twice more this season. Wouldn't that be something?
That would be great.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
All right, guys, the very best of luck. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
And the best of luck for the North Islands and New Zealands.
The Manawatu Minisprints brought the creme de la creme to town. We had a few outside visitors. How well did they do? Not bad, but let's have a look and see how the Minisprints went.
15 lapper. Manawatu Minisprint title on the line. And we go green. Great jump by Ogle over Nathan Jefferies, who gets tagged a wee bit there by Kuriga. Look at this. Daniel Nicol just holding off Mason Ward to hold on to that fourth spot. Up the inside goes flying. Is it Sharp by the looks of things? No, it was Dylan Smith. Saw the inside of the white wing. Out in front though, Cody Ogle's checked off. Nathan Jefferies sitting in second. Then we go back to Donald Kuriga. Daniel Nicol, the 2NZ, holding off the 3NZ of Dylan Smith, who fires up the inside. In fact, Nicol's got by, and it was 3NZ of Smith firing up the inside of Kuriga. Mason Ward looks like he's gone with him as well. So Ogle leads Jefferies, leads Nicol, Dylan Smith Mason Ward. Then we go back to Donald Kuriger, Cam Hurley, Glenn McCutcheon, Alice Sharp and Paul Johnston, your top 10. Elliot Heron on the infield. A shocking night for the New Zealand champion and the defending Manawatu champion. Ogle was checked out ahead of Nathan Jefferies. Ogle the fastest car on track as well. And he's faster than Jefferies every lap also. So a fair bit of work as they're a third of the way through the race. The 4S leads the 8P, the 2NZ. And then there's a bit of a gap back to the 3NZ of Dylan Smith, who's holding off the 51S, 38S, 82S. But it's a S car out in front, and Nathan Jefferies is trying to chase him down. Jefferies quicker that time around, a 15.3, plays a 15.2. Not much in it, but he's trying to catch him. Can he catch him through lap traffic? Jefferies on Ogle. At the moment, he's closing in a wee bit now. Jefferies on Ogle. He'll be wanting this lap traffic to play its part as Jack Lammas Martin gets a wee bit sideways. Jefferies is right there on the 4S. The 4S to the inside of the 92V. The 92V manages he just lets him by, and Jefferies is next in line. Jefferies fires up the inside, trying to keep with Ogle here. They've got a good gap back to Daniel Nicol, as it looks like we've lost the 69-ish Savage to the infield. Jefferies trying to chase down the 4S. 2/3 of the way through. In fact, we'll have 3 laps to go this time around. Nathan Jefferies hauling in on the 4S as they catch up to the 77 and Matt Pajewski. Here comes Jefferies now. He's got the inside run. Oh, can he make it stick? No, he can't. Jefferies has had a sniff, though. He knows there's going to be an opportunity. Pajewski lets Ogle by. He lets Jefferies by. 2 laps to run in the Manawatu title. Daniel Nicol's got the 3rd spot sealed up. They're going to get the white flag this time around. 1 to run for Ogle. Has Jefferies got anything in the tank on this last lap? He's definitely not close enough through 1 and 2. Ogle hunting hard. Here comes Nathan Jefferies, though, on the last bend. He's got anything for him? No, he doesn't. Cody Ogle takes it, and Cody Ogle takes the title. Nathan Jefferies, he's back on the podium. It's a 2nd placing, and Daniel Nicol picks up 3rd.
We caught up with the team at the Minisprint, the Manawatu Minisprint podium at the end of the night. How did they enjoy the track? How did they enjoy the racing? Well, let's find out. Another big night at the Robertson Prestige International Speedway. Tonight, of course, it's the Manawatu Minisprint Champs, and the man that came in 3rd this time on the podium, 3NZ, Daniel Nicol. Daniel, congratulations. Two,
yeah.
2NZ.
Yeah, we'll take.
So I'm putting you down already before we even
That's
start.
all right. I'll take the 3rd.
You take the 3rd.
Yeah.
So, mate, how did you find the track?
No, the track was awesome. You know, some pretty hectic weather over the last couple of days. So the team here, Park and Bruce and all the guys that do all the hard yards prepping it, they did a great job. Like, it was an awesome track to run on. So super quick, super slick. Like, it went off, but you know, you got those midgets out here too, so they sort of build a cushion and make the top work. So you got to really anticipate what the track's doing. You know, we had nothing for Nathan, you know, and Cody tonight. Like, Nathan did a good job, read the track, had a look after the hot laps of the midgets, and found it was blowing out pretty quick. So we were just a little bit behind the ball, and you know, we just got to get better at that. So we're not far away. The car's close. You know, it's just those first early races are sort of hurting us for those, you know, feature spots at the end.
Well, I suppose hitting the podium, at least if it's a 3rd step, at least it's on the podium.
Yeah, no, super stoked. I mean, I said to me mate Nathan, you know, like, I've finished here 2nd 2 years in a row behind Shane when he was racing the mini sprints, you know, and then, you know, we crashed out, had a big crash last year, and we rode a right rear pretty hard and blew our chassis up pretty early and sent us off to the hospital, especially when I was hurt. So to come back this season and finish 3rd, hey, like, I'm pretty stoked. And to be fair, I was saying to Nathan, you know, like, if I was sitting in 2nd for the feature, I was probably going to slow it up so I could come third, you know, because I've got enough of the second trophies for the Manawatu Champs, so it's kind of nice having another one.
All right, mate. Well, congratulations on your third place getting anyway.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Cheers.
Well done, well done. Well, the second place getter, he's the man in the 8P car, Nathan Jefferies, and in fact, we were talking about it a week or so back, mate, and you said it's been a while since you've seen the podium.
Yeah, for the Manawatu Champs it has. I think 2014-15 season was the last time.
We were saying that up in the commentary hut, and we were saying, well, maybe tonight will be different. Well, it was.
Yeah, I'm super stoked with how the car went. Like heat race 1, come from the back to 4th. Really stoked how the car was handling, and the track was just suited my car tonight. So, yeah, real good.
Well, the interesting thing was too, you know, in the final, you got into the second place and you stayed there, and you actually were getting quicker.
Yeah, the car was definitely set for sort of later in the race, and I just was hoping that I could hold on to Cody at the start, but he got such a good start that I just was a little bit too far back, and then we caught lap traffic and I was definitely catching him, but I was just praying on a mistake from him, but he just didn't make any mistakes tonight.
But mate, congratulations on your second place getter. It's got something nice to take home.
Definitely always nice to have another trophy to stick on the shelf, eh? So, yeah,
All right,
super
well,
stoked.
we'll look forward to it, and Happy New Year, and we'll look forward to catching up in January. Congratulations, Cody, a great win. That 4S, you got out quick and you stayed there.
Yeah, I was driving scared, to be honest. I was top qualifier. I was tied with Nathan Jefferies for the top spot, and fortunately I had the quicker lap time, so I got to choose 1 or 2. And I picked number 2, just knowing that you can control the pace, so then you're a little bit more in control than everyone around you. So all I knew was I had to get a good start, and I was fortunate enough to get that, even against someone with a lot more years of experience than me, and yeah, I was just lucky enough to grab the win.
So how much time have you had in a mini sprint?
This will be my second season, so I took a little bit of a break at the start of the 2022 season, just dealing with diabetes related stuff. I got diagnosed in October last year, so we sold the super stock, and once I was kind of okay, we decided to hop into a mini sprint, and we debuted the car that I'm in now at the New Zealand Champs last year in February.
Well, the Ogle name, of course, is well known in super stocks. Maybe this is the start of the Ogle name getting well known in the mini sprints.
I hope so. Growing up, I was always Phil Ogle's son, so it's cool to finally have a name for myself in a mini sprint class. I've got a little brother that's just picked up mini sprints as well, so hopefully when I leave, he can carry on the name.
A man that, by his own admission, has never really got on the podium very much in the time that he's been in mini sprints. Well, he did for the Manawatu Champs, picked up a second, 8P Nathan Jefferies. Nathan was good enough to invite us out to his shed to talk to us about his history, about what he wants to achieve for the season, and to look at his mini sprint and really do a 101 from front to back. Let's have a listen. 8P is Nathan Jefferies. He, of course, picked up the number 2 slot in the podium for the Manawatu Minisprints. Nathan, this is the beastie, the 8P. Firstly, before we look at the car, what's your history? How did you start? And were you one of these kids at 10 years old that was at the bottom of the grandstand collecting soft drink bottles? You folks took you along, or did you start a bit later?
No, I definitely was a kid that went to Speedway and watched, and always dreamed of racing Speedway. Never thought I'd have an opportunity to. Did my OE in 04, 06 and came back, and mini sprints had just started in Palmerston North. Mm-hmm. My dad, Jefferies, had bought a car, and my brother-in-law Sheridan O'Hara was racing it at the time.
Yep.
And I got an opportunity to take over when Sheridan had finished, and went out to Harrisville and had a little skid, and they couldn't get me out of the car for the rest of the day. I was kind of hooked after the first drive. Got a seat in this, and once I started just racing these, I just loved them. The speed of them, the agility of them, just kind of suited the person I am and the way I like to race. And
tell me about the mini sprint. I have heard the expression a mini sprint is just a sprint car that's gone through the wash, and it's a bit smaller. Is there any truth to that?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, they model the pickups and how the cars all set up off sprint cars. A lot of the sprint cars are mostly these days a torsion bar front end. So a lot of the mini sprints have been torsion bar designed off the sprint cars, where midgets all call over. Some of the mini sprints now are trialling or running call overs, and sort of half the field's torsion bar, half the field's call over.
Yeah. Let's just talk about the power. Are you limited? What are you limited to? What can you do? How strict are these specifications?
You've got a couple of different motor choices. You can still run the older style motor, which they were running when I first started, which is a 1300cc or 1340cc motor, single cam, run on methanol. The rules are pretty open. You're only allowed to be single cam, You can't be fuel. Oh, you can be fuel injected now. Can't be dry sumped, and the compression rate's open. Most of us these days have gone to the Toyota Blacktop.
Yep.
So it just runs on 98 pump gas. You're limited to 11:1 compression rate, and it's standard engine refresh practices. Most of the motors that, or the cars that are running Toyotas are about 160 horsepower at the wheels.
So just briefly explain the setup, what's involved in a setup of a mini sprint.
So it's just
What
about...
What is stagger for a start?
Okay, stagger's just so simply the difference in tyre size from the left side to the right side on the rear. So you just measure your right rear tyre, get how big it is, you measure the left rear tyre and how much smaller this one is how much stagger you're running.
Okay.
So we tend to try and run about 7 inches of stagger, so our right rear will be 7 inches bigger than our left rear.
So what's an ideal track for a mini sprint as opposed to other classes?
You want it semi-smooth and you just want plenty of drive. You want a
Now, for people that don't
line.
understand what that means, when you say plenty of drive, does that mean you don't want to, you obviously don't want to be spinning wheels because you're not going anywhere?
No,
You want it to grip.
Yeah, grip, you want grip in the track, but ideally you want grip up higher and the bottom of the track to be a little bit slicker, because obviously the higher line's the longest way around, so to even it up as if the bottom's not as drivey, the top's got a bit more drive, so that gives you a chance to pass on the top. And then you're not wrecking tyres, you're not hosing tyres off. If you see tyres smoking, then you know the track's too slick and you're just wasting rubber.
So did the mini go from, say, the mini stock to the mini sprint?
Yes, definitely more are starting to look at it. Obviously, especially with stock cars and super stocks getting quite expensive.
Yeah. And hard to maintain as well.
Oh yeah, and the car I raced last year, actually, a young guy, JJ, has come out of mini stocks and he's racing that now and he's doing very well in it.
Okay.
This is just something I got taught a few years ago by my very good friend Shane Dewar. If you're going to have a race car, treat it like you love it and make it immaculate before you work on it and take it to the track immaculate. And so that's just something that we've taken on board, and me and my guys just do this every week. It's a standard practice.
What's been your most memorable, positive aspect of the racing?
Other than I got third at the New Zealand GP at Wanganui. I guess the biggest thing for me is, other than the racing, it's actually the people that I've met and become really good friends with, and Speedway just brings that out in people, and you find a lot of common factors in life that you've got in similarities. And like, I've just made some awesome friends, and that's probably the biggest highlight. Oh, I love this class, and part of the reason I've stayed in this class is just I love the guys that are here. I want to develop this class because it's gone through a bit of a low patch.
Yes, it has.
It's definitely on a rise again. And that's due to there's a few guys working behind the scenes really pushing and trying to get more cars on the track. As I say, like the mini sprint class as a whole, if anyone's missing something or broken something, they don't have it, most of the guys are willing to step up. If they're not using it, here you go, just get your car back on the track. They want all the cars on the track racing. Everyone gets a little bit hot under the collar when the helmet's on, but the good thing is at the end of the race night, everyone walks around the pits and we all talk and congratulate each other and talk about the next race meeting, and you know, and that's what I really like about this class.
And the names on the side: Des, Murray, Alicia, Scarlett, Rachel.
That's obviously my dad.
Yes.
And Murray's my main crewman.
Yes.
And that's my 2 daughters and my wife.
Cool. So the family are into it as well.
Yep, definitely. Speedway's a family sport.
Mate, thanks for your time. All the best for tonight, and very best of luck for the New Zealanders as well.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's Speedway Gladiators for this week with the compliments of Video Hub. Tonight, a big night. It's title night. It is the North Island Mini Sprints. We have the North Island Sidecar Champs. The TQs are here tonight as well. And we have the Crunching Stock Cars. All going to happen very shortly. So buckle up and enjoy the night's racing.